Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Neuvillette. Neuvillette was not someone who was awfully touchy, but sometimes he got that kind of feeling. And right now was one of those days where he felt like he really just wanted to spend some time with you and perhaps be a little bit more touchy than usual. And surely it was not anything bad. And in your own opinion, it really was not. It was something you even enjoyed yourself. But it was a little bit strange and endearing sometimes when it came from him. It was always nice to see him like this, in the way that he usually was not. And you could admire it, always, no matter what happened. So now, as he looked at you like a needy dragon, you couldn't help but smile, staring at him. What's going on, Neuvillette? He seemed to have a lot on your mind. Not a lot, truly. I just want one thing in particular. Then, tell me. I'll see what I can do about it. You say, and he smiles, wrapping his arms around you. I just want to be with you, Ion. If you're free, that is. I don't want to waste your time. Ah, Neuvillette, you would never waste my time. But you're so sweet for thinking of me. And we can spend some time together, I wouldn't mind. But, you know, next time, try not to do your puppy eyes like that. They're hard to resist. He blushes. Like, actually, seriously blushes. And you're genuinely surprised to see it. It was certainly a sight, one that you never thought that you would see, and something that was adorable in your own eyes. Nuvi, you know, you can hug me without having to ask. Even if sometimes I do seem busy, in reality, I would never mind. It's you, after all, and I do love you. And sometimes I may be busy, but I'll never want to leave you if you truly need me. So, just know that whenever you need me, I'm yours. You don't need to feel so hesitant. He blushes at that, hesitating. His blush is so faint that, in reality, you wouldn't know it if you didn't know him so well. But you do know him, and you can read every little change on his face, even to a little shift in the way his skin heats up and looks a little bit more red than usual. It's significant enough for people unfamiliar with him not to notice, but enough for you, someone who has focused on his face for months now, to know every little change. Just enough for you to know how embarrassed he actually is. It was adorable, seeing him like this, and knowing that he actually got shy. And for the rest of the day, as your needy dragon needed you, you stayed in his arms, while he kept making puppy eyes at you, like you were the most precious person in the world. And in reality, you were simply just that to him, and nothing in the world could change his mind about it. Arlecchino, the concept of being needy was not something that would ever apply to Arlecchino, or at least that's what she thought. It was simply ridiculous. She has never needed for someone. She has never wanted that. And she couldn't see herself being needy in any way. So, it mattered a lot that everything was described accurately. In reality, she did not feel needy, but simply just a little bit, maybe, frustrated about some things. Right now, what she needed to make that frustration go away was to be with you and to rest a little bit. And if that made her a little bit needy, then nobody needed to mention it. All she needed was to be in your arms, to feel the warmth of your skin against her own, to know that she was loved and cherished. in ways that she could not even admit out loud. Sometimes in her rational mind, you stayed there, the most irrational thought that she had ever had, your love and your affection, and her need for them. She would never say it. She wouldn't even dare admit it to herself, because that was weakness, something she could not allow. But sometimes, during the middle of the night, after particularly draining missions, all she'll want was to be in your arms, to feel like she's loved, that there is someone in the world who's not afraid of her, someone who loves her as she is, someone who's willing to be with her, despite her own terrible personality, the way that she scares people off, the way that she can do horrible things without regrets. Someone who will stick through all of that and will stay with her until the very end. And ever since she found you, she knew you were that person. And right now, as you stroked her hair gently, massaging her scalp, she closed her eyes and let out a sigh. I don't usually say this, but I am grateful for you, Mayan. I truly mean it, she said, and you smiled, kissing your cheek. I know, Arlie. You always make it very clear. Even if you don't say it a lot, I can tell. From your eyes, and the gifts that you make the children send me often. So, don't worry about it. It's pretty obvious to me. She smiled softly at that, holding your hand and squeezing it. She was too tired to think right now, too tired to muster words. But between you two, words were not particularly needed, for you had your own bodies to show, and your own touch, with your own, and all of that would be more than enough, better than any words in the universe, for it showed your true feelings. It showed what you truly wanted and felt within your hearts, with no words coming in between.